Hello friends, Reckless Tempest here. Today we're going to be doing a very quick deck tech of a Singleton Burn deck. This is basically modeled off of, oh yeah, the deck code should be in the description, and if a new version gets released, there should be a card above me right now linking you to it. But this is an update of the old one I was rocking for a long time, but we took out Bilgewater for Shurima just to try him out. And let's just go over the cards real quick. It's essentially, a fast aggro deck and try to finish the opponent off with burn spells to the face. And Bilgewater actually has the lowest amount of burn spells out of the three regions, so I figured by swapping it out for Shurima, it shouldn't be that bad. So we got, what is it, 8? 7? 7 1-drops. We were playing Dunekeeper. Yeah, Exhaust doesn't really count, so yeah, we're kind of slower than before, but I think this is a good way to force through good damage, and it's a pseudo removal spell. Dunekeeper makes a Sand Soldier, which is sweet. Academic, Precious Pet, Teemo, Urchin. Now we're playing Aspiring Chronomancer, 2-3 Predict. Ballistic Bot, very well balanced card, not overpowered as fuck or anything. Boom Crew Rookie, Brothers Bond, a great way to push a lot of damage in the late game, especially when you swarm over. And by late game, I mean turn 7, turn 8. Demolitionist, Grenadier, Mystic Shock. I'm trying out Preservarium. This just draws a card and then draws you another card later. This might not be good. This might not be what you want. I don't count it as part of the 2-drops, but I don't know. It could be good. Ideally, right, we don't want to play this on turn 2, maybe turn 4, right, kind of weasel it into a double 2-drop turn. Rockhopper seems interesting because it makes the Rolling Sands landmark. That makes the next unit they play vulnerable, so you can kind of snipe it off easier. Transfusion, just an efficient pump spell. Sentry to remove a blocker usually. Azir actually looks pretty promising since his level up since this deck is like pretty good at leveling him up just organically. And he levels up when you summon 10 units, and he makes when an ally attacks to get a Sand Soldier. I am not playing the landmark that makes Sand Soldiers, so that might be like an error on my part. But I just don't like how it doesn't turn itself on like Azir can. Then we have Draven, just an efficient attacker. Get excited, good face burn, way to close out the game. Ballista is just an excellent 3-drop, it always pushes damage through. Might's a good way to close the game. Fervor, another way, face burn damage. Quicksand actually seems kind of interesting, so yeah, we're going to try it out. Just helps us, attack into lifestealers, stuff like that. Aftershock is messed up, especially with things like the Howling Abyss or Targon's Peak, with the fact that it can go to... It's just so versatile, like, if we could play more of this, totally would. Sand Spinner, yeah, we're trying it out. It, again, like, nice way to push through damage. Crowd favorite. Deck's really good at getting him all worked up because we have 33 units. Or I guess 27 units, yeah. I added up the champs there. Yeah, we're trying out Red Negation just because, like, things like Ruination Avalanche, it's kind of like a good way to develop an attack on the last turn, and if they do overspend mana trying to, like, vengeance something, it's just a big blowout. Sandcrafter, when it attacks makes a Sand Soldier, so kind of like bad Azir, but still worth trying out. Severe I'm super excited about because I think she'll just be very easy to level up. And from my experience of playing against her in just regular constructed, she's like super hard to block profitably. Decimate's just, like classic good burnness. Kato pushes overwhelm damage. Rune Runner is actually kind of another card I'm kind of excited to play. Like, I'm a big fan of these high power overwhelm units, as we'll see as we go on, and spell shields. Just a nice way to prevent the opponent from blocking us. Vladimir is another champ we're playing. And we don't really have, like, traditional Vladimir Freljord synergies where it's like, oh, we have units with toughness, or when they get damaged and survive, they get different effects. This is just, like, he's a walking burn stick. That's all. Like, when we do the alpha strikes, we just put units that can survive the thing on the right and everything else on the left, and just throw the kitchen sink at the opponent. And I've really liked him. And again, we don't even care about leveling him up. It sometimes happens in burn matchups, and like it's great there, but it's not the point. And also being like a 5/5 for 5 is like those are reasonable stats for a 5-drop attacker. They aren't like great, but it's his attack trigger is what we're in business for. Darius is just fucked. We're very good at making him a 10-6 overwhelm for a 6. You know, can't beat that rate. I've really liked Savage Reckoner in the last few Singletons I played, because usually your opponent has like some shit or blocker left, and you just... It's like, oh, you have an Omen Hawk. Take 6. And it's like, this isn't fair. And yeah. And lastly, Captain Farron, just a very balanced, reasonable card. It's totally not the 7th champion in the deck or anything. And yeah, that's a quick rundown. And if you want to catch the games, there should be a thing coming up. Let's see where. Over here on the screen, showing a link to the games. So hopefully see you there. And if you like this and you want more Runeterra content like it, just click the subscribe button to get notifications. See you next time.